Okay, good day everyone, and welcome to this important topic in the our data analytics journey. Today we'll be looking at a step into Power BI, like an introduction to Power BI. I'm Abdul Rashid Adeoye. I'm a Cognos developer and a data analyst. Power BI assists enterprises to propel appropriate data-driven decision in their enterprises, and with that, they can easily scale up. So let's dive into the topic of discourse for today. Okay, as an entry behavior, we'll be doing a short quiz, and the quiz is how many of these icons can you identify in 20 seconds? So I implore you to pause this video for 20 seconds and identify any of these icons. If you're able to identify two icons, that is good. If it is four, that's really encouraging. If it is six, that's the credit that you've gotten. And if you're able to identify more than six, yeah, you are a Jedi already. So the answer is in the fifth slide anyway. So this is the outline of what we'll be covering today: business intelligence, the BI tool, Power BI, desktop versus service, an overview, and certification. Okay, starting with business intelligence. It says business intelligence is the transformation of data into actionable insight that inform an organization's strategic and tactical business decision. In a simple words, what you are saying, trying to say here is that whenever you have a ton of data and you want to transform that ton or dummy looking data into something that everybody can easily relate with, the managers and those that are in the decision making in that enterprise. So what you are doing is you are doing what is known as business intelligence. So you're going to transform this kind of data into something that is very, very easy for anyone to relate with, like this. So that is essentially what business intelligence is all about. So you have to clean this data and analyze it and convert it to something like a report or a dashboard or graph chart table or something like that, so that those that are in the affairs of taking decisions in that business or in that enterprise will be able to relate with that, and they can easily move on. Because if you have a data in this spreadsheet format, you may not be able to have an insight of what is really happening until you convert it to this way. Then another thing that we need to know is that data does not only come in a spreadsheet format, Google Sheet, Excel, or something like that. It can also come in other databases, which we need to be familiar with, even as a data analyst. So we say if data is the oxygen of digital economy, then BI is the lungs that makes the oxygen to be worthwhile. Because if even if you have oxygen and you don't know how to use it appropriately, it may not be meaningful to you at that time. So these are example of the BI tools, popular BI tools, and that's the solution to the exercise that we did earlier. We have best. Okay, no particular order. I just arranged it uh, like alphabetically. We have best, we have IBM Cognos. I use IBM Cognos a lot, and that is why I'm a Cognos developer. We have DataPine, we have MicroStrategy, we have Power BI, we have Zoho Analytics, we have SAS. This is usually used mostly by the accountant and all. We have Sisense, we have Tableau, we have ClickView, we have Yellowpin, and we have SAP. So the usage of any of these are largely depend on what the organization uses and the kind of analytics that you also want to do as a data analyst. You can be proficient in all, but it's always advisable to pick one or two or three and be proficient in them. Yeah, it actually depend on what the organization uses. That is what will depend on what you're going to use. So these like action point of a Power BI. Firstly, is that it was released on July 24th, 2015, after going through so many modification in Microsoft. And when it was released, it is called Power BI Designer Preview. Before they drop the designer preview and call it just Power BI. So this year 2020, that means that Power BI is just 5 years, and that is very, very important. July 25th is a very, very important day for those that 24th, sorry, for those that knows. Okay, so Power BI supports mscript and R language and Python programming languages. For you, if you can write any of these, you can also embed them into Power BI. Then there is always a monthly update for Power BI to increase the functionality and to also improve the software. Then Power BI can work offline and it is free to download, and you can also share your report among your colleagues when you have created your report or your dashboard. Then we also have the Power BI community. In fact, it is one of the fast growing community online where if you have any issue using Power BI, you can all easily post a question and someone is going to attend to you. And in fact, even if you check the community, there are some questions that have been answered already. So so you're in a safe mode. So there's something called Power BI Desktop and Power BI Services. So we're quickly going to run through them. A Power BI Desktop is a kind of Power BI that works offline. After downloading Power BI Desktop, then you can easily use it offline without connecting into the internet. So you use it locally on your machine. But for Power BI as services is an online platform that you sign up to, where you can share and see some of the reports that have been created using Power BI desktop. Then anyone can use Power BI desktop, but for Power BI services, you need to have a corporate email, like a work email or a school email, like .edu.ng. Yeah, maybe like ade at unilag.edu.ng, like a student email or a staff email. You need that before it can work. Then if you're working in any company, you also need your work email before you can use that. So Power BI service will not accept the general email that we have, like the Gmail, the Yahoo Mail, Hotmail, and all. It won't accept it. It only needs a a corporate email. And if you are to share any work from desktop to service, if you don't have a work email, then that won't uh, move on. Although there is a way that you can create a free email in Microsoft, and we are going to look into that when we dive in into Power BI in our next class. So Power BI desktop allow multiple data sources. So that means that the wide range of data source that you can use in Power BI desktop is more than that of the Power BI service. And for Power BI desktops, it allows complete analytics on the data, while for Power BI service, there is limitation to what analytics that you can do. So this is an overview of what Power BI is all about. Fourthly, is that you can easily prepare your data in Power BI by accessing, loading, and cleaning the data. And case in point, most of the work of data analyst is to um, clean up a data, to import it, merge some things, remove duplicates, and drop some redundant columns, change some data types, and all like that. So that is one of the major work of a data analyst. You can see this guy is really cleaning up the data. So you can do that in Power BI. You can also create some data modeling by linking tables with one another and linking some important features one to one or one to many. Don't worry, when we dive into Power BI, you understand it better. Then this is one of the most interesting part of Power BI, and that's the output. So you can actually do data visualization by representing your data into column chart, bar chart, donut chart, pie chart, into maps, KPIs, tables, matrix, and all. So Power BI allows you to do that. Then you can also share your reports among your colleagues. So that is one of the essential tools of Power BI. So yeah, now we want to look at careers and certification in Power BI. If you're an expert of Power BI, there's some careers that you can build along the way. But before you can use Power BI, you need to have a rudimentary knowledge of Microsoft Excel, and also make it a step further by taking some advanced Excel courses, so that you'll be able to relate with data, because those data that you prepare and clean in Excel, you can bring them, load them into Power BI and easily visualize them. Although you can also do some visual in Excel, but it looks more presentable and more interesting in Power BI. So it can be a data visualization specialist. Yeah, you can be financial analyst. In fact, one of the fast growing um, profession for those that are using Power BI now is the financial modeling analysts, the HR analytics. They are essential tools that you need. Even as an HR, you really need to know how to use Power BI. You can be a research analyst or a business intelligence consultant. In fact, you can't be a business intelligence consultant without knowing any of the BI tools, and Power BI is very, very important. Look at these three guys here. We have a data analyst, an engineer, and a scientist. Case in point, if you are to be a data analyst, you really need to know how to use Excel and Power BI. These other two guys might not really be proficient in Power BI. They deal with some other things, which is also fine for them. So there are some certifications in Power BI. One of them is that you can take online certifications, maybe from all the online schools, Udemy, Coursera, edX, and all. Then there's a Microsoft certified certification. It is called DA 100 as a 2020. That is the name of the certification. You can also take that. So be a data analyst, associate of Microsoft. So you can take this course and it gives you some advantages. So if you have certification, maybe from online or from Microsoft, which is always advised, it assists you to level up your career and easily move fast in the data analytics career journey, because someone with certification, internationally recognized certification, we have more relevance than those without certification. They can just use that. Then it also increases your skill and experience. You know that certification is not only enough. While you are taking your certification courses, you are going to improve your skill set with respect to Power BI, and also work with some data sets, and that will make you to also increase your experience level. Then believe you me, certification alone is not enough. You need to really know how to include that in your resume, and that could be discussion for some other period. Then also assist you to build your portfolio and expertise. So if you're writing your name, you can put that I'm a certified Microsoft Power BI data analyst associate or something like that. So it assists your portfolio a lot. So those are the merits of having certification, and it's going to assist you in moving forward in the data analytics journey. So my name is Abdul Rashid. Thank you very much for listening, and I wish to see you in the next class. It will be interesting for you to share in the comment section what you got in these small quiz that you did. Just tell us, do you have the grade for good, encouraging, credit, and excellent? I know nobody is going to have something like that too. So that is really interesting. And you can reach out to me in any of these platform. Thank you very much, and do have a lovely day.